Hey, what's going on? It's Mando Crusader, and welcome to episode 25 of Sunless Skies. Last time, we discovered the House of Rods and Chains, as well as the Halved, and we got a general idea of what's going on, as well as picking up a mission from one Mr. Barleycorn. Then, in this episode, we're going to be heading up this way in a northerly direction. Hopefully find the next port. Before we do that, though, I just want to say, if you like this series, you like this content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Additionally, be sure to comment comments below any suggestions you have for the series, any games you'd like to suggest. I can take requests, and anything else you want to say. So, yeah, short intro today. We already did everything at the House of Rods and Chains yesterday. Or, not yesterday. What am I talking about? In the last episode. And, yeah, so this episode, it's right into the exploration. Now, my bat did say there was something out here. So, let's see what that is real quick. And if I remember, there was a Scrive-Spinster up here. Ooh! Some supplies. And those supplies have some supplies in them. Oh, you are not where you thought you were. You know what? Let's press on. We have a 27% chance of success, and I can't afford 2 fuel. Push forward into stranger skies and hope that somewhere beyond you'll find familiar territory again. We failed. Not that surprising. And we lost a crew member. That's bad. An eerie road. The mist is soft at the windows. The stars have gone awry. You crawl onward. There's an outbreak of violent star madness among the crew. In time, you find your way to a stretch of sky you can locate in your chart. Your journey continues. Hopefully we don't start breaking down because we're only at half crew. That would be really, really bad. But, yeah, I will make a cut here, and I will catch you when something interesting is discovered. An accident in the hold. There we go. We may have to make a return trip to Pan quickly to pick up crew. Your crew, undermanned and overworked, are struggling. One of them has failed to thoroughly secure your cargo. Oh, order the crew to secure the cargo. And we've lost a crew member. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to take a trip back to Pan. Unless we can find something up here first. Whew, that was a close call. Those engines only attack you if your lights are on. That's one of the... Great. One of these. That's one of the really cool things about Eleutheria is that 2 of the ships you can encounter in the sky only attack you based on your light. And let's see if we can kill this thing. We can! Our first Scrive-Spinster kill. A Scrive-Spinster defeated. The splintered remains of the spinster turn slowly. The skies are full of fluttering paper. It is as if someone brought confetti to a funeral. We can send out crewmen with axes or cover sheaves of parchment. We're going to send out crewmen with axes because I want the bronze wood. The Scrive-Spinsters are wrought from bronze wood, now popular with London train wrights and cabinet makers. We have a 100% chance of success there. The axes rise and the axes fall. A lambent mist complicates the endeavor, but eventually your expedition returns to the Hall of Bronzewood Planks. Onwards! That's some nice money right there. As we are about halfway to Pan. Oh boy. We got lots of baddies around here. Oh, that's a big Kantakari. Oh dear. Oh, these things. Oh, I hate these things. I'm pretty sure they're called the Undeparted, and they suck. But I think we may have lost it, which is a relief if we did. The Hour of the Wolf. Endure it. Get the terror. We're at Pan. We'll recruit some crew and everything will be fine. I'm sure. I'm sure everything will be fine. We'll even get a nice little terror reduction as well. So let's dock. If I can pilot my ship, my engine correctly. There we go. Nice little terror reduction. The hour in Pan is the hour of leaving, when thoughts turn to far-off places. To the stars! Sometimes the idol's piping is rhythmic and stirring. This is the hour of leaving, when wanderlust sweeps the city like a sudden plague. Recruiting crew is temporarily more effective. Well, isn't that lucky? Let's recruit some crew. Hiring crew at this time is more effective than normal. Perfect! 30 sovereigns? And we completely refill our crew. Nice. We also can recruit a feline eccentric. A woman sits at the station side in oil-stained coveralls. 3 overfed, baleful cats lounge near her. I'm looking for work, she says, climbing to her feet. The cats observe you with naked hostility. I'm afraid they're part of the package, she says, indicating them. Recruiter. You always have room for a good engineer, even one with cats. Sure. What could go wrong? A new officer. As she climbs aboard, she pats her locomotive's boiler fondly. Hello, my girl. She makes her way towards her new cabin. The cats tangle around her feet, almost tripping her. We need money, though. Thankfully, we can visit a Rubbery Enclave and deliver a Rubbery Man for some money. Visit a Rubbery Enclave. Sloppily painted signs point down a normally quiet back street to where a party appears to be in full flow. A cedar grove off of one of Pan's less traveled pathways is home to a small and enthusiastically political community. A crudely made poster by the entrance reads, "Both alike in dignity," showing a human and a rubbery holding a torch aloft. Well, first, deliver a rubbery man to the Enclave. The suffragists will offer them sanctuary here as long as they need. The assorted members of the Enclave applaud over-enthusiastically when they see your passenger. A bohemian presses a glass of wine on your passenger and takes them off into a corner to discuss injustice against cephalopods. It glances over its shoulder at you, perhaps wondering whether coming here was a terrible mistake. Gain an Eleutherian mystery, a visions of the heavens, and 100 sovereigns, as well as some experience. We can also speak with the Rubbery Suffragist. She is surrounded by bohemians and rubberies. The live octopus on her head draws all attention. Oh, you're actually not joking. That's probably dangerous for the octopus, isn't it? She moves from bohemian to rubbery with the rosy-cheeked bonhomme of inebriation. Occasionally, she passes a piece of cheese and fruit on a stick to give the octopus perched in her hair. It extends an arm to accept it. Several of its other arms were occupied with wine glasses gathered from the drinks table. Red, white, rose. 8 limbs means never having to choose. Congratulate the suffragist on her pet. What an unusual creature. Does it require much maintenance? A matter of perspective. No. She's an incredibly clean creature, very obedient and house-trained. There's a pause while the suffragist speaks. Actually, I think they were talking to me, dear. Really? Says the octopus. How presumptuous. Oh, the octopus speaks. Not the strangest thing I've come across in the sky, surprisingly enough. Ask about her campaign. Her badge is labeled with the "Both Alike in Dignity" slogan. Vox Populi. The suffragist takes a sip of wine. It's terrible what the rubbery men went through in London, the poor dears. Deirdre said someone should do something, isn't that right? She pops a sausage roll in her mouth. This does not impede her speech at all. For a slightly higher voice, she continues. The bipedal oppressors, ravengers of the Z. First we open the door for the rubbery men, then the rest of us shall squeeze through. 8 torches raised in protest, with 8 arms we rise. The suffragist nods, apparently agreeing with herself. Of course we have a long road ahead of us, don't we? But what crusade worth fighting for was ever easy? She holds a piece of sausage roll up to the octopus in her hat. After what sounds like the deepest of sighs, it snatches it with a tentacle. Alright. Ask where she found such an interesting creature. You've never heard of one quite like it. A talent for voices. I met her while swimming. The suffragist and octopus say in unison. There is an awkward pause. Don't mind Deirdre, adds the suffragist. She only gets a little grumpy when her tentacles dry out. A little wine will pep her right up, you see. You know, I'm just gonna leave. I'm going to leave. I have no comment on that. Also, here's an interesting option that wasn't here before, that was unlocked because of the story at the Well of Wonders. Visit a theater in a secluded grove. It looks newly constructed. They are rehearsing a play. Familiar verse. An actor considers his script, coughs, and begins to recite. Brothers and sisters, the old order faces its destruction. Let us cheer for our revolution. This Solaka. Who wrote this anyway? It's spreading. That's all I'm going to leave it at. We're going to visit the Cypress King and trade some port reports for Eleutherian mysteries. We only get 1. We also gain 100 sovereigns. And this means, as I quickly buy some fuel, that we have enough Eleutherian mysteries to check out what's going on at the Calendar Council. Or with the Calendar Council, I should say. So let's check that out. Now let's see, where is the option? Nope, not that. Here we go. Accept an offer to join the Revolutionaries. You are steeped in the mysteries of Eleutheria. Your knowledge is invaluable. Do them a service, and they will believe your ambitions align. Doing so will prevent you from joining the other factions at Pan. So, this will make sure that we cannot join the Brazen Brigade or the Heart Catchers, but that's fine. We're revolutionary. This is perfectly within our character. Thus far, and no farther. You are ushered through the door of the Corncrake House. There is only one door available to you, leading into the front room. A burly revolutionary blocking the hallway prevents you from going anywhere else. The room is sparsely decorated. It has shelves lined with well-read books. By the window, a woman in mourning attire sits working at a desk. There are no chairs at the one she sits upon. Season's greetings. The dour woman nods when you are introduced. She does not offer her name. We have identified 3 who have been more put upon than most. They have been treated callously. She considers you carefully. If you would join us working for the Calendar Council, you must deliver these. 3 envelopes sit upon the desk. We will accept. If the Council wishes you to play postman, so be it. Their banal tasks always conceal labyrinthine motives. As I thought. She doesn't smile, but her frown softens. She passes you the first 2 envelopes. Deliver these cards first. The recipients need to know they are not alone. She gives you the 3rd one. I think this person has the resolve to last a little longer. They can wait. She returns to writing. A revolutionary enters to see you out. So, we need to deliver those to London and Polymer and Plenty's Circus. So that will be when we head back to Albion and the Reach, respectively. So, with all of that done, this time we're gonna head north. Last time we headed south, this time we're heading north. And we'll see what's up here. So I'll catch you when something interesting occurs. Oh. Well, we have found the Band of Darkness. And that means the Empyrean, Eagle's Empyrean, is just up here. Somewhere in the darkness. This is super important. Right here. Finding the Eagle's Empyrean is so important. And here we are. A beacon of light in the darkness of Eleutheria. So cool. So, like, cyberpunk. I love it. Ah. There's the port. Right over here. And I tell you what, this port chugs. It chugs my laptop. The Lane of Lions and Unicorns. A little piece of Albion on the edge of the Empyrean. Here, Her Majesty's Embassy works tirelessly to maintain cordial relations with the Imperials. So we can hire on crew here, like we can at Pan, and we can take a look at London's Enclave. Her Majesty's Embassy dominates this little street, but the eagle stands above the lion and the unicorn on the street sign. London and the Khanate work together to enter the High Wilderness, but their alliance has since been tenuous. It is preserved only by desperate diplomatic endeavor and a number of carefully preserved fictions regarding what the other is up to. Oh, I almost forgot about this. This is perfect. Meet a New Street Line passenger in a mahjong parlor. The Empyrean uses hours for labor in its war against the dark. Liberating indentured workers is a priority of the fierce philanthropist, even on the other side of heaven. Flight from midnight. Lights of blue and green spill across the avenue, almost hiding a slim alleyway. A door, overlooked by most passers-by, opens to a descending staircase. Those who do see it, who enter, and who descend to the smoky parlors, are turned away by a set of muscular guards. But when you show your ticket, you are welcomed with professional courtesy. Your passenger is an old soul who's just lost yet another game. Ever so glad you're here, they say. You show them to your vessel. It's Port Prosper for them. Additionally, we can gather a port report. The Eagle's Empyrean is a bastion of light in Eleutheria's dark. Beyond the antique facades of the Lane of Lions and Unicorns, the Empyrean rises high in steel and blue light. The constraints of its location necessitate that the Empyrean builds upwards. Careful porticos give way to expansive temples and crowded markets. People live cheek by jowl. Light is precious and easily lost. Power is conserved carefully. When times are bad, whole districts go dark. It would be easy for hopelessness to seep in. The Khan occupies his people with festivals, celebrating his people's history of the old Khanate and constant technological innovation. To be idle is to be afraid here. The Empyrean is busy at every hour. Well, we will have to introduce ourselves at the embassy next episode because we're running a little bit tight on time. However, before we do the whole outro thing, I want to mention that it is at the Empyrean that my engine of choice can be bought. Personally, I absolutely love the Altani class Outrider, and this is going to be the engine that we eventually work our way towards. As it shows here, we're going to need to save up a lot for it, but personally, I think it is very, very worth it. But that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue this story in the next episode. If you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Additionally, be sure to comment. What do you have any suggestions? Do you have any game suggestions? Do you have any suggestions for this playthrough? Do you have suggestions in general? Let me know. I want to hear your opinions and your suggestions. I don't know why I'm so stuck on the word suggestions right now. But yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments. I always like to hear from you guys. Thank you again so much for watching, and have a good one.